Hello everybody, welcome to the 11th video on C++ programming language. In the last two lectures, we have seen for loop and while loop. In this video, we are going to look at do while loop. The difference between for loop and for loop, while loop and do while loop is that the for loop repeats a block of statement uh, a constant number of times. The while loop repeats a block of statements while the test expression is true. Do while loop, on the other hand, in the first also repeats the uh, block of statement while this condition is true, the test expression is true. But the difference is that the do while loop performs at least once even if the condition expression is false. So what it does, so the structure of a do while loop is that, so you write do without so you type do without any semicolon, and then it's opening curly bracket, and within this curly bracket you type the statement that you want to repeat while this test expression is true. So start with do within the curly brackets the statements, and then at the end of closing curly bracket while type while, and then within the parentheses the test variable or the while or the loop variable or the test condition is written here. The test condition is temp, variable temp is less than or equal to 1. So if test variable is less than if test variable is larger than 1, the control comes out of this this do while loop. But in the first iteration it actually does this statement without even testing this condition. So it is with the do while loop it is guaranteed to do this set of conditional these statements at least once, even if the test expression, this is the test expression, even if the test expression is true. For example, in this case we have temp equals to 10, so the 10 is larger than 1, so this conditional statement is false, but this do while loop is done only once. You can see the temp is printed only once, and that is 10. So the control, when executing the program, what it does is it includes the input output stream, the namespace, and then definition of the mains function, and first creates a temp variable and assign 10 to that variable, and then comes to the do while loop and execute this line, that is temp, print the cout temp equals temp. So it's going to print temp equals 10 on the console. That does it. And then after executing this statement once, it checks the test expression whether this is true or false. If it is true, then repeat it, but in this case temp is 10, so it's 10 larger than 1, so the conditional expression is false, so it comes out of the loop. So this way it is guaranteed, in a do while loop it is guaranteed to execute the statements within the body of the do while loop at least once, even if the test expression is false. So I hope this is clear, this makes it clear to you how the do while loop is different from the for loop and while loop. Again, just to give a summary, for loop is to repeat a block of statements given a number of times, and while loop repeats a block of statements while the test expression is true. The do while loop first performs the set of expression and then test for the condition. So here, do this expression first, execute this statement first, and then test for the expression. But in the while loop we had it the other way. The while condition was at the top, so it tests the condition, and if the condition is true, it executes. But in the do while, it execute this statement and then test for the condition. So in this way it is guaranteed to execute this block of code at least once. So in this line we print a new line character, so it goes to the new line, and then declare a count variable of type integer and assign a value of 1 to the counter, or the count, sorry. So in this do while loop we have added an if statement. So in this part of the code, what we do is within the do while loop we test if count equals 3. If count equals 3, we increment count and then execute continue statement. Continue statement means it skips all the rest of the statements and goes to the end of the loop. And then we also have a second if condition that tests if count equals 5, and if it is 5 it execute breaks, and break means it comes out of the immediate loop, that is the do while loop. The immediate loop here is the do while loop, so it exits the do while loop. So this loop is this loop exits regardless of what is in here. This loop exits when count equals 5. However, if we look at this expression says repeat the while loop through count equals 10, but actually this loop won't repeat until count equals 10, because we have an additional if statement that is inside the do while loop that tells if count equals 5 exit the for loop. So this do while loop will be executed through count equals 4, and when count equals 5 it breaks the while loop, or the do while loop. Additionally, we have another if statement. This tells skip executing the rest of the statements when count equals 3, because the continue statement means it skip the rest of the execution of the rest of the statements and goes to the end of the while loop, end of the do while loop. So if so at the start of the execution count equals 1, so it tests if count equals 3. This is false, so it comes and performs this test expression count. So currently count equals 1, so this is false again, so it prints count equals 1 here to the console and increments it. So now once this line of code is executed, count becomes 2, and do the test expression. Count is 2, 2 is less than or equal to 10, so this test expression is true. So repeat the do while loop. So count equals 2. So currently we in the second iteration we have count equals 2, so this is false and this is again false, so print count equals 2 and again increase it, so now count becomes 3 in the third iteration. Test if count less than or equal to 10. Yes, this is true. Count currently is 3, so 3 is less than or equal to 10, so repeat the do while loop. So count is currently 3, so this is true, so it increases count to 4 and execute continue. Continue means the control comes to the end of the do while loop and test. So currently once this is executed, currently the value of count is 4, count 4 less than or equal to 3, that is true, so it goes and execute this one. Currently count is 4, so this expression is evaluated as false, so it comes to this statement count equals 4. This is false again, so it prints count equals 4 and increase count by 1. So that's currently, so once this is executed, count becomes 5, so 5 is less than or equal to 10, so this condition is true, so it goes and execute the next iteration. This is false again because currently count is 5, so this condition is false, but this condition is true. This condition expression is true because currently we have count a value of 5, so 5 equals 5 is true, so it breaks means comes out of the immediate loop. So this is the immediate loop, so it comes out, the control comes out, exit this while loop, do while loop, and returns the 0 to the operating system. So this do while loop only prints count equals 1, count equals 2, but it doesn't print count equals 3 because of this if statement. Because when count equals 3 we say skip executing the rest of the statements, and then when count equals 4 execute this is false, so print count equals 4. When count equals 5 this is false, but this condition becomes true, so execute break statement and exit the while loop. So that's it for this video.